The four changes, is there a little bit of a risk coming with that?
Oh, not really. They're quality guys coming in. So, you know, we've obviously been waiting for Henderson for a little while, so he gets his opportunity. And, you know, McKay and Laird, you know, we think are in our best 22 and have been for most of the year. So, no risks in there.
No. What about Henderson? What can we expect from him?
Well, we'd like to see him do what he did when he's up and going. So he'll play, you know, cross half back and hopefully give us a little bit more counter punch out of there, along with Brodie Smith and Matty Edge. So we've been really keen, been looking for that combination all year, so we'll see how it goes.
Laird has played in a number of positions and showed that he can do that. Will he stay in one spot tomorrow, you think, or will you shuffle him around a bit?
Oh, we'll see how we go. Wherever we need him, we'll play him. But he's a very versatile player, and you know, he can play forward, back, and midfield. So you know, he's a quality young player, and yeah, we'll see where he goes.
Steve, the 2 in a row factor, how much of that has been playing on the guys' minds this week?
Oh, no, not a lot. I mean, you guys are right about that. We don't worry about that too much. But look, it's an important game for us to obviously enhance where we want to get to by the end of the year, and it's a great opportunity to get 2 in a row. So, you know, we've done nothing different than what we did against Port. So just hope that the guys come with us that same sort of level of intensity and attitude that they played last week.
The obvious, I'll make the question long because of the speakers, but the obvious thing with Henderson coming back will be releasing Smith and the possibility of him going to the midfield where you wanted to see him this season. Is that going to happen?
Oh, we'd like to see it, yeah, absolutely. But, you know, whether it's this game or some stage during this game, we'll wait and see. But, you know, Brodie's a quality player, and at the moment, you know, his fit is down back. So, obviously, with Henderson come back, you know, that does free him up to go through the midfield. So, you know, a lot of teams are giving him a little bit more attention the last couple of weeks. So, you know, if that happens again tomorrow, will be no hesitations in putting him through the midfield.
Is Henderson ready to play 90% or whatever it is at game time, or is he still going to be eased through?
Oh no, we pick all our guys are prepared to play 100% of the game. So we're not a match committee that picks players and banking on them coming off at half time. So we've picked him to play the whole game.
What about your opponents, mate? Do you think you had a headache when they have been in recent years?
Yeah, no, they're a quality team, obviously with a lot of talent, you know. So they've probably all got that 40 or 50 games underneath them now, and you know, they've got some bigger, mature bodies that are going through their team now, which helps them out. But you know, they're a quality team. You know, we don't underestimate by any stretch.
Their record suggests the close contested stuff is their game. Not so much good when it gets in the open, but does that actually help you this week in that it'll quickly focus your mind rather than, you know, a letdown factor from last week?
Oh yeah, look, you know, I think any team, most teams pride themselves on contested ball stuff, so it's one of the real KPIs that keeps you involved in the game. So if our guys aren't at the level from you know, the first bounce, and last time we played them out here, if you remember, we got off to a slow start and they sort of dominated the first 10 minutes of the game. So I think it'll be a different attitude to what we saw last time now.
Is there a different attitude overall within the group that you can see, you can sense that okay, finally they've focused, finally they're up and ready to be playing consistently?
Yeah, look, I think most weeks we've been able to do that. Our training formula's been really good. The boys have been training well. You know, there's a little bit more excitement around. We get Henderson back, so we're starting to get you know, back to somewhere near our best 22, which is exciting for the group, which we haven't had all year.
But he touched on the Port game. Is that the best footy you've seen the boys play all year?
Yeah, I think not only that, I think the Gold Coast North and the Collingwood games was exactly how we wanted to play, and I think all of those games we were able to play at the intensity and the strategy side of it for big chunks of the game. So, you know, even the first half against the Port game, I don't think we were right at the level, but, you know, that second half was outstanding in terms of the way we want to go about it.
So then how do you start this week the way you played last week, make sure there's not a drop in intensity at the start of the game?
Yeah, good question. That really comes down to, you know, that's players' preparation and the way they approach the game. So our strategy won't change in the way we want to play. But what we do know is, as a playing group, you have to come ready to play at the intensity that the AFL requires you to play at. And if you're slightly off, you're going to get opened up. So the players are really clear about that. So that you know, that comes down to a little bit of, you know, self you know, preparation before the game.
It looks like the last 2 spots in the 8 will be pretty tight. I mean, you could win 12 games and potentially miss. How do you approach the last few? Just go out and all guns?
Yeah, well, you know, we obviously got to keep winning. I mean, it's an obvious statement to say, but you know, we can't be win-loss going into the finals. So we've got to start stringing wins together. But you know, we've been inconsistent for most of the year. So if we're good enough, we win enough games, we'll play finals.
Who are you travelling the extras?
Poor Pleasure will travel.
Make afc.com.au your first destination for all things Crows. You'll find exclusive content, player interviews, video, behind the scenes action, photos and highlights.